A Ronald McDonald house is not just a house. It's well beyond four walls and a roof over your head. It's family, complete with much more than help. It's filled with hope.
They told me that I had a persistent absent flow in the cord. They told me that it was a possibility I could lose him. That's what they expected to happen. So at 25 weeks and 6 days on February 1st, we had an emergency C-section. And he came out weighing 329 grams, 11.6 ounces.
2014, we found out that we were expecting quadruplets, which was a big excitement, but also a lot of anxiety around, are we going to be able to carry the babies far enough to term and that sort of thing. So we knew early on that we were going to have premature babies.
Liliana came around 37 weeks for what we call placenta previa. She was taken to the NICU and had a confirmatory diagnosis at birth that it was positive for Down syndrome. So at birth, Liliana was put on oxygen. Right before we had to go home, they had to place a G-tube. So she went home with oxygen and a G-tube, and then 2 days short of 5 months, she had to have open heart surgery.
They told me that I was going to have an emergency C-section. And once I had that C-section, he was taken straight to the NICU.
The mission of the Ronald McDonald House is to serve critically ill children and their families, to find programs that will help all our families and allow us to care for them for all their needs, all their concerns, whether it's to be a shoulder to lean on, a hot meal, or just to be there for comfort and compassion. The house is there for every single family.
My nurse came in and she recommended it because we're 2 hours away, and she said that this would be perfect because it's right across from the hospital and I could be close to my baby instead of having to drive 2 hours home and 2 hours back every week. I could just be right next door to her.
Since I've been here, the Ronald McDonald House has become family to me in an emotional way, and they support me, and they check in with me. How are you, and how is baby? Is there anything that you need? And it just lets you know that there are other people that care. There are other people that are there.
Within minutes, the house director called, asked us to come in for an interview, and told us that we needed to stay close so that we could be near our babies without having to drive back and forth daily or trying to find somewhere else to stay. So it was a godsend.
We were in the hospital for 3 days, and then they gave us some paperwork and helped us get connected with the Ronald McDonald House.
When you walk in these doors, you are part of the Ronald McDonald House family.
To be here, it was a wonderful experience. It took a lot of stress off of my mind.
It's more than just a place to stay. It's a home that offers solace and comfort and care to families when they're in some of their darkest times.
It gave us that peace of mind that we would be close because we live an hour and 15 minutes away. It gave us the comfort that we needed, knowing that if anything happened and they needed us there, we were within walking distance to her.
I was at the Ronald McDonald House 122 days. Well, I met a few families that the babies were born around when he was born, and we got really close. It really became like a second family.
We ended up staying at the Ronald McDonald House for 30 days. We stayed there the entire time they were in the NICU. As soon as I was discharged from the hospital, it was directly after Thanksgiving, so we were there through the Christmas holidays.
Not only is it the staff and the volunteers that are also there for me, it's the other parents as well. It's like we're one big community, one big family.
The Ronald McDonald House really made me feel like a home away from home because everybody here does a great job of making you feel like you belong here.
The Ronald McDonald House is one of the best blessings that our family has ever had, besides him.
One day when we were walking back from the hospital, they had decorated the house with lights, and lights are my favorite thing about Christmas. And they had trees up, and so it was really special that they kept the holiday spirit. Even in a time when parents were so stressed out, the Ronald McDonald House still went all out for Christmas, and that just means so much to me.
We get to do our mission. We get to be this amazing family because of the support of what's the most philanthropic community, which is the Coastal Empire.
Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Coastal Empire. We keep families together.